Hi, this is You Make This House a Home. You wake up in a house you don't recognize with a man you don't recognize, but he claims he's your lover. Cool. This game contains heavy gore. Well, YouTube's gonna ban me. GG. Thanks, game. YouTube's gonna ban me. Please decide the level of intensity you want your gore. Haha, please. Censored. Please. I'm sorry, guys, but I want to keep my YouTube channel, okay? There will be a large box over gory images. Okay. That's cool and all. Let me just reduce the music volume. Oh, voice volume. That can stay at the maximum. But music? Nah. Music needs to go. Also, this settings was not in the main menu. What the hell? This game also contains jump scares and a chase scene. Oh, does that stress you out? No, I'm alright with them. That's so good. Wait, is that how they censor the gore? Just put a white box over it? Like, so you can still see the thing. What's happening? Weirdo! I'm a weirdo. I wanna play, I wanna interact with the chase scene and all that. Well, how does that make me a weirdo? What? But cool, have fun. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the demo. Oh, it's a demo. Okay. Monday, 9:38 a.m. Wakey. It's time to start your day. Okay. Okay. Now what? Oh, type. I don't know. You slowly come to your senses. I'm just gonna type my name. Type my name. There seems to be a fuzz hindering your memory, like a cloud around your thoughts. Come on, Wilson. I let you sleep enough. Oh. So that's our creepy lover, okay. You slowly open your eyes and suppress a noise of alarm as you're met with a tall, pale figure with dark clothes and jet black hair gazing down at you. There you are, honey. We're running a little behind. Is that Jeff the killer, but in female? But female? I'm just saying, man. Just saying. You were extremely confused, anxiously scanning the strange yet oddly familiar room. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I can answer them all at breakfast, okay? Forced to listen to this man. Man? Okay. It's Jeff the killer. Knew it. It's him. You hesitantly nod, earning a toothy grin from him before he slipped out of the room. Okay. Freak out. Haha, let's save here. Well, what's gonna... I freak out. You scream, absolutely terrified of your situation. You scramble out of bed, rushing to the bathroom and locking yourself inside. How you knew where the bathroom was is a mystery. It was as if your body knew what to do before you head in. Suddenly, your head begins to ache, throbbing painfully behind your eyes. Where is the music, by the way? There's no music. I just got scammed. There's no music. With shaky hands, you cling to the sink, trying to take deep, steadying breaths. Okay. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. What is this? Masculine presenting, neutral presenting. I believe this means I can choose to be a woman, both, or man. What is neutral presenting? What, half dick? What, do I have half dick? Anyway, given that this, the other guy is a man, I'm gonna have to go with feminine, because the other guy... Because, you know, there's a man in the room. Okay. You will be referred to with a she, her. Yeah. After freshening up a bit and feeling much steadier, you head downstairs. As you advance downstairs, you are met with the pleasant smell of meat as well as the soft sizzle of oil on a pan. Oh, what? Nothing happened? Wait, what? Nothing happened? I thought if I scream, it's gonna be like a, you know, like a loose scenario, you know, game over. Like the man will then kill you for being noisy. You take a seat at the table, not knowing what else to do. Can I please load back? I don't wanna. That's not the response I want. I wanted to stay calm as I can. You close your eyes and take some deep breaths, opening them again when you feel ready enough to face whatever was downstairs. You get out of bed, your feet leading you towards the bathroom in your room. You had no idea that was there, yet it was like muscle memory. Looking in the mirror, you feel a bit more at ease. You look at yourself deeply in the mirror. You know it's your face, but it feels wrong somehow. You will be referred to as she, her. Okay, so both options are fine. Doesn't end with a game over. Okay. Okay. You take a seat at the table, not knowing what else to do. You see the back of the stranger, now wearing a baby pink apron. That seemed a touch out of place with his entire aesthetic. You also couldn't help but notice the odd way stray locks of hair were floating over his head as if stuck to the ceiling by the tips. You could hear him humming softly as he killed the heat of the stove and began plating the food. Hello, Jeff the Killer. Good morning, Wilson. Good morning to you too, Jeff. Jeff, you're presented with a surprisingly adorable breakfast. Funny what you could see, a golden brown toast, bacon, and a sunny side up egg with an odd speck of powders on the surface you could only assume to be various seasonings. You can't remember if you ate meat or not. Would it even matter? You should eat. I think you'll enjoy it. Time for breakfast. Not quite, dear. How to eat? I forgot how to eat, man. I forgot how to eat, man. I forgot how to eat. Can you teach me again, man? Huh? I have to eat. I have to eat or I can't progress, man. Breakfast finished. Yay. Okay. Who are you? Goodness, straight to the point today, aren't we? My name is, you can call me Cole. I'll call you Jeff, because you look like Jeff the Killer. Now that instructions are out of the way, what would you like to know, my dear? What are you? Well, I already told you I'm Cole, but I suppose I should have known nothing gets past my clever Wilson. I'm not human, if you couldn't tell. I guess you could say I'm a monster of sorts. Though it might be easier if you just think I'm a weird-looking person instead. Okay, so you are Jeff the Killer. Okay. You changed me. What things did you do? Bad things? He sat quietly for a moment as if contemplating what to say in response. Nothing to worry over, your pretty head over, honey. Okay, that's a sign we should run. He glances at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Would you look at that? You're all done with breakfast. He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water. You're free to roam around the house and explore if you want. You stand from the table, feeling a little less uneasy now that you have food in your system and your most pressing question somewhat answered. Say explore then, you decide to explore. Head upstairs, you decide to look upstairs. What we got? Once you reach the top of the staircase, you scan the upstairs. There's a chandelier above you. It stands out quite a bit against the bland colors of the home. It looks antique. The second floor itself is modest and very simple, with only 3 doors that you could see. One with a sign that had your name, one with boards over it, and another tucked away and locked tightly. You could only assume this was Cole's room. The boarded room. Some of these nails aren't that secure. Maybe there's something around you can pry them loose. The door looks like it's been modified. Where a doorknob should have been is a handle with a large padlock hanging off of it. If Cole has a key, it's hidden somewhere. Okay, your room then. As you enter the room, you stand in the doorway. You see your bed. A closet with 5 of the same sweater hung up on cloth hangers. The bathroom. And to your right, a short bookshelf with multiple random books, 2 framed pictures, and a shoebox at the very bottom. You approach the bookshelf, shutting your bedroom door behind you. What are you most curious about? You sit in front of the shelf, pulling out the shoebox. You open the box to see various memorabilia. It was clear at first glance these were gifts from Cole to you. Once you've examined everything in the box, click continue. What's this? Drag items around and click them to inspect, okay? It says from Cole to you in big red Sharpie. You wonder what's on the disc. An assortment of flowers dried and carefully tied together. Bits of the petals were beginning to flake off into the box. That's so disgusting, man. I prefer fake flowers at that point. What's this? Looks like a drive-through coffee shop order. An assortment of flowers and no. I think this coffee shop order is ours. He probably took it from the trash. The weirdo, of course. This looks like a band shirt, though it's not of a band you've ever heard of, or maybe you have, you can't remember. It also looked a little too big for you. Was this one of Cole's? An assortment? No, not the flower, the teddy bear. A fuzzy brown stuffed bear with a red ribbon around its neck. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. Yep, continue. Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Wilson, honey, it's time for lunch. What? What? We took that long exploring upstairs? So fast? Breakfast and just a couple of minutes later and it's lunch. Okay. You step out of the room, closing the door behind you. As you descend the stairs, you see Cole waiting at the bottom expectantly. He smiled widely as he gently grasped your shoulder. I hope you're hungry. You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. Alright. Monday, 1:30 p.m. Okay, what now? You're just so cute. You're presented with a normal-looking sandwich. Just a sandwich? What the hell? I get just a sandwich for lunch? Really? Let's see. From what you could see, 2 slices of bread, lettuce, tomatoes, lunch meat, and cheese. Nothing seemed too out of ordinary. You should eat. Time for lunch. Okay, just sandwich? Come on, you could do better. There was an odd aftertaste in your mouth, a little bitter. What's on your mind, honey? What's all the stuff in the shoebox? You mean the shoebox on the bottom shelf in your room? You not. Oh, those are little gifts and things I gave you when we were just getting together. And when you moved in, naturally all the gifts came right back. But what's mine is yours and what yours belongs in your room. Some of the things in there could be considered trash by now, but I can't bring myself to throw any of our precious memories away. Call me sentimental, but it's far too important to me. Can I ask about the items, like what they were from, or when I received them? Of course, ask away, my dear. You remember the exact details of each gift in that box? I remember every detail of every gift I've ever gotten you ever. I thought that was normal for couples to do. Weird, but also kind of sweet. The CD. November 17, 20XX. I have told you once that I always wanted to do the 2000 CD playlist thing with my partner. So let me burn one of my playlists into a CD, haha. I don't know if you ever listened to it, but I like to think you did. He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? Why is it so important you finish all your food? Well, looks like we're done here. All done here. He took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water just as he had before. Safe to assume you were free to do what you wanted again. You stand there for a moment, unsure of what to do next. Look around downstairs. You look around, seeing a modest living room right beside the kitchen. The severe lack of walls was kind of unsettling. If you look around at any point in the house, you could see everything with little to no obstruction. You spot a hallway beside the staircase that leads upstairs. You peek around that corner to see a door. Front door. You glance over at Cole, who is still preoccupied in the kitchen, and tiptoe into the narrow hall. A gloomy scene. It's a gloomy scene, ominous even. Where the door window should be was 2 planks neatly nailed onto the surface, as well as duct tape along the glass beside the doorway. You see a small table with a drawer and a plant on top. Inside the drawer was a house key, random receipts varying from last year or the year before, and a Polaroid. Looks like that's him. A slightly crumpled Polaroid. It showed 3 people. On the left, a man with long blonde wigs On the right, a woman with sparkling ginger hair, and in the middle, a man with silky black hair with a familiar shit-eating grin. Cole? No way this was the same guy as the one in the kitchen right now. This guy actually looked good. Normal. Human. What happened? You put the photo and other various items back into the drawer before creeping closer to the front door. You stare at it blankly for a moment. You could leave. Would it even be worth it? You don't know anything about the world anymore. No family, no friends. I believe the door is locked. We're gonna try to leave and he gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us if we try to leave. Leave. You slowly, very slowly reach for the handle. You flinch as a murky-toned hand gently grabs yours, preventing you from reaching the door. His skin feels oddly rubbery, skin adjacent but not quite there. There you are, Wilson. Funny how you immediately wander off to the one place I hope you wouldn't go. He turns you around with surprisingly controlled force, keeping your back to the door as he clasps your hand with both of his. It wouldn't be safe to be outside by yourself like this, Wilson. Don't you understand? You suddenly feel... I didn't read that. You suddenly feel an intense pressure at the front of your head, as if your brain trying to force its way out of your skull. You feel as though your head is splitting. See? Look what happens. Let's lay you down. You can't remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch. Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that. You slowly come to your senses, the distant soft sound of soft humming coming from the kitchen. You prop yourself on your elbows, your ears were ringing slightly, but it was manageable. Cole. The humming stops and you hear a rush of footsteps before Cole is looming over you. You hardly had time to register how quick he moved before he was helping you up. Hello, dear, how do you feel? Fine, I guess. What happened? How long was I out? He stared at you blankly for a moment before replying. I'm not sure. I found you on the ground unconscious, so I laid you down to rest your head. You feel a faint squirming sensation in the back of your head. Oh, I see. What time is it? Cole's expression lightened up once more as he slowly led you towards the kitchen. It's dinner time. Maybe some food will get you feeling better. Monday, 7 p.m. I hope you had a fun day. You're presented with spaghetti with... What is that mixed in the noodles? You should eat. I don't think I want to eat this. This time it feels different. It's important. What's in the meatball? What if I place it anywhere else other than my mouth? What's that? Okay, I thought I can throw it away in the trash or something, but I guess I can't. Dinner finished. There were conflicting textures, like you were eating something still alive. It made you feel sick to the stomach. Anything new, honey? Who are the people in the picture? Who are the people in that Polaroid by the door? They were people we were close with, he replied softly, examining your expression closely. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Only you. But just barely. You really did look different. I was handsome, right? No. Ouch, my ego. He genuinely looked like his feelings were hurt. I'll have you know I was quite popular when I looked like that. You'd be surprised. So what happened? Why do you become Jeff the Killer? Well, to answer a question, Little Red Riding Hood was a woman named Phoebe, and Goldilocks is a man named Zeke. They were our closest friends. But not anymore? No. Not anymore. He picks up the plate, disregarding the strange nature of the meal as he stands to put it in the sink. It's getting late, you should get to bed. Say goodnight and go to sleep. He pats your shin through the blanket. Good night, sweetheart. You hear him step out, the door clicking softly behind him. Goodbye, have a nice day, goodbye. You see the light first, soft golden, spilling through the blinds of your old apartment like warm honey. You're sitting on the floor in front of your coffee table, tying your shoes for work. Your jacket is half zipped, your bag is open beside you, and the faint smell of laundry detergent lingers in the air. There's a knock on your door. It's open. The door creaks and Cole slips inside without waiting for permission. Hair freely flowing with the wind, hoodie sleeves pushed up, cheeks flushed from the cold. Morning, honey. And look, he actually, styled himself. Wow. You're early. I know I didn't sleep. He steps over your scattered shoes and sits beside you on your... He's holding something, a plastic case with something inside. I made you something. You made me something? He nods, eyes bright with a nervous, excited energy. A CD like the old days. I burn a playlist for you. He turns the case as if teasing the grand reveal. As the smooth surface reflects the morning sun. Remember when people used to trade mixtapes? I always wanted to do that with someone I loved. You still have a CD burner? No, but Zeke does. His brother had one, so I broke in and stole it from his childhood home. You laugh and he beams like that was the reaction he was hoping for. I picked songs that reminded me of you. I listened to that artist you couldn't get tickets for. You remember that? I remember everything about you. He nudges the CD closer to you, flipping it around so you could see it now. Go on, look. And a big red Sharpie reads from Cole to you in his sloppy handwriting. He looked at you with soft eyes and an expectant smile. So do you love it or what? He teased, eager to get a response. It's cute. Play it later, okay? Promise me you'll listen. I promise. He exhales, relieved. I like making things for you. For a moment, everything feels warm, safe, familiar. But the hallway lights flicker. The bustle of the streets outside distorts. Cole's smiles lingers, but the edges blur, smear, melt into darkness. Tuesday, 9:29 a.m. Rise and shine. A familiar voice rings gently in your ears as you blearily open your eyes. Waking up this time around was less taxing than yesterday. Ah, look at you, early birdie. And noticeably less disorienting. Good morning, Cole. Huh? Cole practically flinched where he sat, nearly tumbling off the bed entirely. You remember my name? He exclaimed, all too loud for how recently you had woken up. Huh? Was that wrong? Were you not meant to know his name or something? At your confusion, Cole frantically looked around the room as if the walls themselves were listening in on something not allowed. It's nothing. Come down for breakfast when you're ready, he said slowly as he got up from the bed, gently clicking the door shut behind him as he left. You know, we can just jump out the window, right? We can just, open the window or just crash through the window. Or are all the windows boarded up? You head downstairs for breakfast, still shaking off the last traces of sleep and confusion from Cole's reaction. As you advance downstairs, you're met with the familiar smell of bacon, egg, and toast. Cole must be making the same thing as yesterday. You take a seat at the table, watching the back of Cole as he mechanically made breakfast. Mechanically made breakfast? What? Mechanically made breakfast. What, is he a robot? He says nothing this time as he sets down the toast. It makes you a little anxious hearing Cole this quiet. Breakfast passes quietly, the same as yesterday, save for Cole's light-hearted banter. He was gazing deeply into your eyes as if trying to assess something. His face was completely blank. It was so unnerving. You have some time before lunch and... Come on, man. Let me read that. Where do you want to look around? Wait. You freeze mid-step. Cole stands at the bottom of the stairs, apron still on, hands clasped tightly in front of him. Can we talk before you wander off? His tone is gentle, and he's smiling like before, but there's a strange urgency beneath it, like he's afraid you'll disappear if he looks away. Talk about what? Just this. You. Today. He gestured towards the living room. Come sit with me for a bit, please. You nod, unsure what else to do. Cole briefly ducks into the kitchen before returning with his apron neatly folded once more. You sit on the couch. Cole sits beside you after setting the apron down on the coffee table beside a stack of Polaroids. But close but not touching. And look at the windows. It is boarded up. Oh, that is suspicious. Strange and suspicious, bro. His posture is stiff, like he's rehearsing on how to be normal. You remembered my name this morning, yes? You're not supposed to do that. He says it quietly, almost like he's afraid of the words themselves. Is that bad? Yes, well, no, it's wonderful. It's just unexpected. He fidgets with the hem of his winter sweater, twisting the fabric between his fingers. He looks away embarrassed. But today is different. You're not supposed to be different. Different how? I don't know, but your vibe is just different. He leans forward slightly, studying your face with unnerving intensity. It's nice, but it's wrong. You shift uncomfortably. Cole, what exactly do you want to talk about? Everything. He says it too quickly. I mean, just whatever you want. I want to hear you talk. About what? Anything? Your thoughts? What do you think of the house? What do you think of me? He pauses, especially that last one. Why? Because I like hearing it. You sigh. You're being weirdly needy today. I'm your boyfriend. I'm allowed to be needy. Hearing the term boyfriend coming from someone you basically met yesterday felt odd. He shifts closer just an inch. Cole then takes your hand, the vast darkness of his skin nearly swallowing your fingers in his. Tell me something you remember. Cole murmured softly, his voice low with reverence. Reverence? I don't remember much, but you remembered my name. I guess that stuck. It's not meant to. Nothing is. He laughs quietly, almost breathless. It feels like progress, like maybe today will be better. Better than what? Than every day before today. He says it too quickly again. I don't want to ruin today. His fingers loosen their already gentle grip on yours, trailing down your palm. Can we just enjoy this morning? How? Talk to me, ask me things, let me be here with you. His voice softens. I miss you. I miss you, even when you're right in front of me. Especially when your mind is usually so far away. I'll have to fix this later, but for now, I want to be here with you. The house? How long have we lived here? You moved in a few months ago. I've been here since I was 19. Why this house? Honestly, I just chose a place far from my parents, but close by my friends. Did you not have a good relationship with your parents? No. He responds dryly, all fondness in his tone shriveled. It made you wonder if his parents were monsters too. But living on my own turned out to be just as bad. This place is too big for one person and it got lonely when my friends couldn't hang out. But then I met you. His hands were fidgeting with yours now. It felt like he did this often, once upon a time. You make this house a home. Ask about him. Tell me about you. Me? I'm not that interesting. Yeah, but you're basically still a stranger to me. Fair enough. So tell me something real. Something real. He thinks for a long moment. I like when you say my name. I'm gonna take a pause here for a moment. Gotta use a toilet. Toilet break. Right, I'm back. Let's continue. That's not what I meant. It's what I meant. He leans closer. The few stray strands of hair in front of his face swaying slightly as he turned your hand around in his. But I guess we could go over the first date questions. If you really want. Let's see. My favorite color is red. I like how passionate it looks and how much emotion can vary through it. My favorite animals are bugs, the real creepy crawly ones.
Huh?
Okay. The ones that maybe an average person would be disgusted at. Bro, no. No, we're over. I'm bringing the divorce papers. Fuck you. I'm going. I'm leaving. My favorite season is winter time, but I hate being cold. Then why is it your favorite time of the year? You love winter, but you hate being cold. What? I love Coca-Cola, but I hate that it's sweet. I love Coca-Cola, but I hate that it's black in color. You get what I mean? That's dumb. That's dumb, man. That's like saying you like eating apples, but you hate the fact that it's red. That's dumb. You dumb. When he stopped talking, a calm silence drifted between you. To think that you knew at some point these were things you heard about him that you knew by heart. Thank you, Cole. He smiled. Anytime. No option. Cole, what happened to me? He freezes. Nothing. That's not an answer. I don't know what I can tell you. Then tell me what you can. Cole swallows hard. His grip on your hand loosens, then tightens again like he's afraid you'll pull away. You got sick, really sick, and I didn't know what to do. Sick how? He shakes his head, eyes dropping to your joined hands. You were dizzy, confused, you kept forgetting things. I thought it was stress or exhaustion or I should have taken you to a hospital. I know that now. Why didn't you? His breath catches. Because you begged me not to. The room feels suddenly smaller. I did? He nods slowly, like he wasn't sure what he was saying either. I was trying to respect that. I thought I was helping. Silence settles between you, heavy but not hostile. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or farther away. Either way, the day moves on. Monday, 1:30 p.m. Hey, good morning. I mean, good afternoon. Shit. You're presented with another normal-looking sandwich. The same 2 slices of bread, same lettuce, same tomato, same lunch meat, same cheese. All the same. You pick it up and take your first bite, all while Cole continued to watch carefully. And that's a sign that we should throw it in the trash. Once you were finished, that same bitter aftertaste lingered in your mouth. So? Nothing. Cole blinked, a little confused. Nothing? At all? Nothing at all? You saying nothing? He's getting suspicious. We gotta say something. Yeah, I see. He eyed your empty plate as always. Then he took the plate from in front of you, placing it in the sink and running the water, just as he had before. This time you could do what you wanted, right? Grab a fork. You then thought of the boarded door upstairs. The nails looked loose, maybe loose enough to try and pry off with something like a fork, maybe. I like how he's just spending the whole day looking at us. Like, don't you have bills to pay? Don't you have a job? Job. Go get a job, man. But that means you have to distract Cole long enough to get one without being suspicious. You quickly think of a course of action. You awkwardly walk towards Cole as he's doing the dishes. He noticed you immediately. Need something, my dear? Yeah. I need to go out. Just felt like talking a bit more. He smiled brightly, clearly pleased. Then I'm more than happy to indulge you. Do you have any questions? Ow, my eye. What's your full name? Why do you love me? I'm not gonna ask him about going outside, because that's just gonna make him suspicious. He looked at you. He looked a bit surprised at the question, not exactly expecting you to say that. He hummed softly, eyes drifting to the sink as he pondered how to verbalize the sheer weight of what he felt for you. Would it be shallow to say because you're human? I was initially drawn to you with general attraction, regular human stuff. He paused, fingers stilling in the soapy water. But then you made the attempt to really get to know me. His voice softened, almost reverent. You made me feel real. You don't know how rare that is for someone like me. He let out a quiet breath, almost a laugh. I love you for you. I mean that. I don't want to ask him about going outside. That's just gonna make him suspicious of our intentions. He paused thoughtfully. My full name? It's been a long time since I've said it out loud. Cole is low-key more comforting to hear. But if you really want to know, Sarkolin. Oh, Sarkolin. My full name is Kwang Sarkolin. That is not an English name. I don't think it is. Kwang Sarkolin, do you miss going outside? He paused mid-scrub, shoulders tensing just slightly. Outside is complicated. People would stare, they'd judge and ask questions, but with you, I didn't mind it as much. So yes, I miss it, but not as much as I miss you. Knock over the paper towels. You take a subtle step back, bumping the roll of paper towels off the counter with your shoulder. It hits the floor with a soft thud. He bends to pick it up, immediately unbothered in the slightest. You're lucky you're cute. This was the distraction you needed to grab a fork from the drawer. You hastily pull it open just a bit before closing it. Walk away. Sorry about the trouble. I'll get out of your hair now. He turned around as he placed the paper towels back on the counter. Oh, no problem, honey. Accidents happen. You waste no time to hurry upstairs. The boarded door stands exactly where you left it. You wedge the fork beneath the first nail and push it. It gives way with a strained metallic groan that makes you wince. And he's gonna hear that, and he's gonna come upstairs and kill us. You work quickly, listening for any sign of Cole coming upstairs. You really think he's not gonna notice the screws on the ground, when you pick them off? Another board loosens, and now he's definitely gonna notice. Another. The final plank drops to the floor. You swallow hard and push the door open. The room is beyond dim and still. A storage room, small, dusty, quiet. But the moment your eyes adjust, your stomach twists. Mundane, everyday objects are everywhere. Clothes you don't remember owning. Books with your handwriting in the margins. A backpack, a phone charger, and a stack of notebooks tied with twine. A framed photo face down on the floor. You kneel beside a box labeled with your name. Your fingers brush the lid. Something warm flickers in your chest like a recognition trying to break through the fog. A cold dread settles in your spine. You open the box. Inside are small objects, trinkets, receipt notes, pieces of a life you can't remember living. Suddenly, you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Wilson, honey, it's time for dinner. That quick? What, so quick and it's nighttime already? You step out of your room, closing the door shut behind you. That's pointless. He's gonna notice the boards being plucked out. As you descend the stairs, you notice that Cole wasn't at the bottom to greet you this time. He stayed in the kitchen. Hello. Dinner smells like spaghetti once again, but the moment you step into the kitchen, something feels off. Cole stands at the stove, shoulders slow, movements slow and unfocused. Cole? Hello, honey. Dinner's almost ready. His voice is soft in a way that doesn't sound like him. Are you okay? Yeah, just tired. He tries to smile, but it doesn't reach his eyes. You sit as he sets a plate in front of you, then lowers himself over the kitchen table once more. Dinner is quiet, not tense, just muted. Sorry, I'm not very talkative tonight. It's okay. He gives a small, grateful nod. I'll be better after some sleep, that's all. Something about the way he says it makes your stomach twist. When you're finished, he stands and gathers the plates. You can go rest. I'll clean up. You sure? Yeah, go on. He turns back to the sink, the soft clatter of dishes echoing through the dim kitchen. You watch him for a moment longer. Something is wrong. You just want to say, what? You crawl into bed, alone this time as exhaustion settles into your bones after another strange day. And for some reason you forgot to board the door once more. He's gonna notice that, The lamp beside the door casts a soft glow across the room, and your eyes grow heavy. Sleep takes you quickly. Okay. You wake up, but this time Cole is nowhere to be seen. Your room is bathed in darkness. The lamp you had fallen asleep with is turned off. You don't remember turning it off. You sit up slowly, letting your eyes adjust to the dark. The house feels different at night. Colder, heavier, like the walls are listening. Somewhere down the hallway, you hear a harsh voice. It's Cole. You slip out of bed, feet touching the cold floorboards, and creep towards the door. The hallway is pitch black, save for a faint sliver of light leaking from beneath Cole's bedroom door. His voice is clearer now, and he sounded tense. No, Zeke, listen to me. You freeze. Zeke! You inch closer, careful not to make the floor creak. I know what time it is, I know. No, I didn't tell them anything, I wouldn't do that. His tone sharpens, not angry, but scared. Zeke, please. Please tell me you can figure something out. The doses need to be higher. Wilson's remembering things now. You know how dangerous that could get, don't you? Then a pause. You can't hear what's being said. On the other end, barely being able to make out what Cole's saying himself. Please, if not for Wilson, do it for me. Your heart pounds. You take another step, then the floor creaks quietly. The whispering stops. Silence. You don't move. You don't breathe. I'll call you back. See you soon. Shit. Footsteps. The quiet jingles of a key struggling in a lock. You dart back towards your room, slipping inside just as the hallway lights flicks on. You crawl into bed and pull the blanket up to your chin, pretending to be asleep. The doorknob rattles, your breath catches, but it doesn't open. It doesn't open. After a long moment, you hear Cole's footsteps retreating down the hall. The house falls silent again. You stare at the ceiling, wide awake, the darkness pressing in around you. What had he meant by "see you soon"? You thought he couldn't leave the house. You don't sleep for a long time. End of demo for now. Up. Thank you for playing. Maybe try again for a new route. You might find something new. Okay, you make this house a home. Maybe this part. Stay. You sighed, shaking your head. It's not worth the risk. You were perfectly safe where you were. For the most part. You turn around, jolting at the sight of Cole peeking from behind a corner, as if watching to see what you do. He flashed a grateful smile before returning to the kitchen, clearly pleased with your choice. Creep. Maybe it was best to keep an eye on Cole after all. You weren't completely comfortable around him. You walked towards a couch in the living room, taking a seat and waiting. After a few moments, Cole finally emerges from the kitchen. He smiles, pleasantly surprised that you stayed close by. Hi. Not gonna lie, I thought you were going to try to leave. Any reason you decided not to? Why, did you want me to leave? He averted his gaze. No, never that. It's just on rare days you don't immediately go to the door. Rare? You know, when you wake up every day, it's like a different version of your personality. Most of the time, you're super scared and hate me. Sometimes you're super kind and understanding. 8 times out of 10, you end up wanting to leave me, you know? I guess. Oh, oh, gee, I wonder why. I wonder why I want to leave the creepy man. The tall, creepy man that reminds me of Jeff the Killer. Oh, why? Gee, I wonder why. I just wanted to chat a little more if that's alright. Cole visibly lit up. Of course, anything you want. Cole walks back into the kitchen, then returns with a pink apron folded neatly in his arms. He sets it down on the bare coffee table, giving you his undivided attention. What are you curious about, my dear? Why do you have that apron? Are there more people like you in the world? Cole sighed heavily, looking defeated in a way. I've totally lost my touch with my physical form. Yes, there are more like me all around the world. Way more than you'd think. Oh. He paused for a moment, eyeing you nervously. Do you think me not being human is scary? Yes. Your eyebrows knit together with distrust as you take a step backwards. Yes, of course, I think that's a little more than concerning. So you're not human, and what, you're just keeping me in your house? Cole's posture sank, clearly distressed. Hey now, let's not get hasty with the assumptions. Are you gonna kill me? Hold on. You tried to reach out, approaching unthreateningly, yet you still took a step back. Did you kidnap me to force me to stay with you? Wilson, please. Are you planning to eat me? There was a sudden strike of pain in your head. Your vision was starting to blur around the edges. Wilson, don't be like that, please. You sink to the ground, legs failing as you clutch at your pounding head. I'm here to keep you safe. I will do it. What? I will never do anything to hurt you. You can't think straight. Why was this happening? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. You remember being led by careful hands to what you could only assume to be his couch. Rest your eyes for a while, honey. It never gets easier to do that. Can I skip? You slowly come to your senses, this distant sound of soft humming coming from the kitchen. You prop yourself onto your elbows. Your ears were ringing slightly, but it was manageable. Cole. The humming stops and you hear a rush of footsteps before Cole is looming over you. You hardly had time to register how quick he moved before he was helping you up. Hello, dear. How do you feel? Fine, I guess. What happened? How long was I out? He stared at you blankly for a moment before replying. I'm not sure. I found you on the ground. Okay, same dialogue. Oh, I see. What time is it? Dinner time, dinner time. I hope fun day. You are presented with spaghetti. Okay, eat everything. Polaroid. Only you. Do you recognize anyone in the picture? Only me, but just barely. You really did look different. What if I put yes? Very handsome. Still are. You giggle with him as he leaned a little closer, clearly enjoying himself. Well, to answer your question, little blah 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 blah. Closest friends? No, not anymore. Ask him to lay down with you. I don't think no, we never seen this option. Do you want to lay down with me? Just until I fall asleep? There was a brief pause before Cole squeaks out a strangled noise. Really? You're okay with that? You nod, giving him the green light. And he looks creepier. God damn it. Cole hesitates for only a moment before laying on the mattress beside you. He was on the very edge of the bed, keeping a respectful distance from you with his hands folded carefully in front of him. He looked like even breathing near you wrong would be a cardinal sin on his part. Sweet dreams, my love. His voice is soft, almost reverent. You feel his fingers brush your arm, a fleeting gentle touch before sleep pulls you under. You see the light first of blah 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 blah. Same thing, same thing. Oh crap, I opened the wrong thing. Nothing. That's a damn lie. Oh, new dialogue, new dialogue, new dialogue. Wait, these two actually leads to different dialogue. What? Cole, what are you doing to me? He freezes. Nothing. That's a damn lie and I know it. You keep your eyes fixed on your hands, his gentle ministrations having come to a full stop. I'm not an idiot. Cole was completely still. I get random headaches whenever you're upset or something. I pass out. Miraculously, I wake up and I'm supposed to, what? Believe this just happens? Cole's breath stutters, barely audible but enough to confirm he's rattled. You think I'm doing this on purpose? His hands were trembling a bit as they tightened their grip on yours. I think you know more than you're saying. His jaw clenches, his eyes flick away, then back, then away again, like he's cornered. You got sick, that's all. You were falling apart and I didn't know how to help. Sick how? You were confused, forgetful, you kept collapsing, I panicked. And instead of getting help, you kept me here. His expression cracks, but more like out of desperation. You begged me not to take you anywhere. You said you didn't trust anyone else. You said you only wanted me. That doesn't sound like me. I know it doesn't, but that's what happened. And you expect me to believe that? He looks at you like he's bracing for impact. I expect you to believe that I'm trying, even if I'm doing a terrible job. The tension between you simmers, sharp and unresolved. The conversation lingers in the air long after it ends. You're not sure if you feel closer to him or farther away. Either way, the day moves on. Monday, 1:30 p.m. Hello, you're presented with another... nothing. Cole blinked a little confused. Nothing at all. Whatever then. That's another... or just ... You get up from your seat with a certain drag to your limbs. The confusion and constant state of uncertainty was starting to take its toll on you. You quietly walk over to the drawer with the utensils, pulling it open and reaching it for a knife. Okay. Hesitate. As you reach for the utensil, you pause. Even if everything was overwhelming, was this really the only course of action? You sigh, closing the drawer. The noise alerted Cole, causing him to glance over to you. Everything all right, honey? You look down at your feet, conflicting thoughts filling your head. Everything's fine, Cole. What? What? Okay, grab a fork then. Grab a fork then skip. Knock over paper towels, walk away. Open the box, let's see. Final plank drops to the door. Accidents happen, sorry for the trouble. Soft call, he bends down to unbothered in the slightest. You take a distraction. Okay. Okay, it looks like Cole stands at the stove. Looks like all the dialogues are the same. I'm just gonna skip. And that's it. That's the end. Okay. Okay, let's stay and skip ahead. Okay, why do you have that apron? You glance down at the pink apron on the table. It's almost comical to look at, given the circumstances and the general mood of the entire house. Why do you have that apron? Do you not like it? No, I think it's adorable. I just didn't expect someone like you to wear anything like it. Well, I typically don't. This is the only piece of clothing I own that's like this. You're actually the one that talked me into wearing it. This was before I started losing my memory, right? Yes, that's exactly right. Was it recently? It looks brand new. It's actually been about a year since I bought it. And it's that spotless. Don't you cook and clean with it on every day? Yes. But when I bought it, I told myself that if I got it dirty at all in any way, I would have to kill myself on the spot. You blink a little confused. That's nice, I suppose. Oh, look at that! Dinner time! Yay. I eat your shitty goddamn motherfucking spaghetti and meatballs every day. No, ouch, my ego. Yeah, you agree. You agree. You agree as hell. Go to hell. What's this? What's this? New dialogue? Step out, and it's June. I didn't read that. Something AM. You and Cole are wandering through a small weekend market, stalls crowded with handmade goods and the lazy chatter of people enjoying the sun. He's carrying a tote bag while you're carrying nothing but the easy what? But the easy weight of a morning with nowhere urgent to be. Look at this one. He points at a stall full of novelty aprons, florals, stripes, and the one that is so pink it seems to glow. And is he a punk rock fan? Because look at that belt. There's a star on the belt, pointy star. I think he a fan of punk rock. Oh yes, he is. Look at the wrist. He got the what do you call that? I don't know what you call that spiky thing. Oh god, it's hideous. I love it. You laugh, stepping closer to touch the frilly design. He plucks the pink apron off the rack and holds it up like a cape. Imagine me in this. Please don't. He grins, then on a sudden impulse, slips the apron over his head and ties the strings behind him, making a show of purposefully and accentuating his waist. Ta-da! Domestic god. You can't help the smile that spreads across your face. He looks ridiculous and somehow adorable. You look like you're about to host a baking show. Would you watch? Crap, why did I skip? Only if you promise to let me eat whatever you make. He leans in, apron rustling, eyes bright and teasing. Of course, anything for you. The words land softer than the joke. For a second, the market noise fades, the world narrows to the two of you and that ridiculous pink fabric between you. You'd wear that just because I said it was cute. If you say it's cute, I'll wear anything. You tilt your head, smile slipping into something warmer. Then wear it at home. I want to see you in it when we make dinner tonight. Cole freezes, the playful mask falling away for a heartbeat. Really? Really, all domestic light. He laughs, but there's a softness in his eyes that makes your chest ache. Alright, if you want me to wear it, I'll buy it. He lands the apron to the vendor with a decisive nod, paying without hesitation as if the purchase were already sealed between you. Consider it a promise. You open your mouth to respond, but the stalls begin to melt. The chatter of other shoppers distorts. Cole's smile lingers, but the edges blur, smear, melt into darkness. Tuesday, 9:29 a.m. Rise and shine, and I don't think. Wait. You freeze mid-step. Okay. I don't think there's anything important. What happened to me? Nothing. That's not an answer. What are you doing to me? He freezes. That's a damn lie, and I know it. Does this... Okay, does this dot option here is the... Yeah, is the difference between grabbing a fork and grabbing a knife? I need to see. I need to find out. Okay. Yes. Oh, you can choose that thing right there, you know, the option of two dots right there. That's the difference between you grabbing a knife later or grabbing a fork later. Okay, nothing. Wait. No, I still can't grab a knife. I think somewhere. Just gonna skip. Your hair now. I'll get out of your hair, and that's the end of the game. So so to get the knife option, you have to stay. Okay, and then what? And more people like you in the world. There we go. That's how you get the knife thing. Scary? No. You know what? No, I don't mind as much as I thought I would. Cole Bean, his hands twitching at his sides as if he wanted to reach out to you, yet he was stopping himself. You mean it? You spooked me in the morning, but now that I know that you a little better, I don't think you'd hurt me. He nodded eagerly. Yes, that's right. This makes me happier than you'd ever know. He looks at you like he's trying to memorize every detail of your face, as if the shape of your expression is something fragile he's terrified to lose again. I didn't think you'd say that. There's a faint tremor in his voice, barely there but unmistakable. I don't want to scare you, but sometimes it happens despite my intentions. He steps closer, deliberately giving you every chance to pull away. The air shifts with him, colder for a moment, then strangely comforting. He wraps you in a soft hug. I love you. After a few moments, he pulls back, smiling widely before leading you over to the table once more. Let's have lunch, shall we? You open your mouth to say something, but you're sat in the chair once more. All right. And it's the same dialogue, I believe. Oh, look, a new dialogue option. What was I like before? I don't really know anything about myself. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts about me and who I used to be. What you were like? Well, to me, you're still exactly the same. Beneath the confusion, you're still my darling, Wilson. You subconsciously made a face of confusion. He noticed and looks away, embarrassed. I've always had a hard time putting my thoughts into words. The things I feel about you, think about you, it's hard to explain in a way you would understand. You haven't changed that much, at least not to me. You're still so perfect. Every day when you wake up new again, it's like getting to know you over and over and over and over for the first time. Without even realizing it, you were beginning to lean away from him in your seat. The passionate declaration wasn't quite what you were expecting, but you weren't surprised. However unsettling it was, Cole seemed to have caught what he said as well, an embarrassed look on his face as he hastily apologized. Geez, that was pretty intense, huh? I'm sorry. I know that wasn't really an answer to your question, but it's the best I can give. At least you could trust that he was being honest and genuine. Even if it wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear, it gave you a better picture of what kind of man Cole was. It's fine, I guess. He lets out a soft sigh, glancing down at your empty plate as if double-checking that you ate it all. Why does he do that? That's the same thing. What are you most curious about? What's this? You approach. Let's see. Okay, this is about the room. What are you most curious about? Oh, I don't. We've never seen this. Oh, new dialogue option. Unavailable in the demo. You take a closer look at the second picture. For some odd reason, you can't make out what's in the image. Get demo cuck. Lol, sorry guys. Julian. You take a closer look, blah blah blah. You pick up a thin book. It was like one of those blank books you buy at an arts and crafts store. You open it to see hand-drawn pictures inside. There were words scribbled beside each drawing. Was this Cole's handwriting? You know, Wilson, I wanted to live forever so badly when I was little. I think I spent my entire life looking for you without even knowing it. How could I possibly want to live forever knowing you'd end up dying before me? If I was human too, would things be easier for us? You changed my life, you know. You made me better. Every point in my life was leading up to this. I just know it. I can change this one little thing if it means I get to keep you by my side. Hell, I'd change everything. I'd do anything you wanted me to if you just asked. They told me I'm driving you insane. You don't seem that insane to me. The fuck does that doctor know about you that I don't? You don't need that. You need me. You're perfect. You've always been perfect to me. I can't stand to leave you, not when you're vulnerable like this. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I can't leave everything behind if it means I get to move forward with you. Okay, I love you. Suddenly you hear Cole's voice call to you from downstairs. Uh... Back, 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 go back, go back, go back, 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 back. I wanted to check the thing. What's in this box? You sit in front of the shelf, pulling out the shoebox. You open the box to see various memorabilia. It was clear at first glance these were gifts from Cole to you. And it's the same thing. Nah, forget it. There you are. What? Nah, forget it. Forget it. I think I'm done here, man. There's nothing else I can explore, it seems, unless I choose to leave. If I choose to leave, right? Yep. Yep, nope. That's it. You make this house a home. Jeff the Killer. You live with Jeff the Killer. A game about living with your supposed lover. I think, at least. Well, that's the game. I believe I don't think there's anything else to explore here. Right? Thanks for watching, folks.